Hello everyone. You must be all trying to guess who is she with me in a Zoom call. Well, she is a journalist and also my tuition teacher for English. And I am going to interview her for my reading holiday homework. Hello, ma'am. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, Diya. My name is Tina. I work as a senior reporter cum sub-editor for an English newspaper here. And I love hanging out with you because kids have always been very, very close to my heart. I think we always learn a lot more from you than you do from us.
Yes. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to ask you a few questions. Is it fine if I do so?
Please go ahead.
Okay, first question. Ma'am, what are your main tasks or responsibilities at work?
Well, see, once you're a journalist, or in fact, when you choose the life of a journalist or a senior reporter, you don't really classify anything as working hours because your entire life becomes a way of journalism. So every time you're looking around, even if I'm here, even if I'm in the middle of the market, anything that goes wrong or anything that is pleasant or a good change becomes automatically my task to investigate, to find out, and bring it into news. So it's like your everyday thing wherein you are looking out for news every day. You're trying to bring in a good change with good and bad stories.
Wow, great. What? Second question. What kind of education or training do you have to prepare or you need to do for getting into your career?
Well, see, ideally, a lot of people nowadays do a journalism course. That is, they study mass communication, wherein they learn about different aspects and technical skills. For example, if you want to be on the TV or if you want to be working as the camera person, you need to know how to use a camera. So there are a lot of courses about that. In my case, however, I'm an MBA in finance, and that is not very different because to be a journalist, you don't need a particular degree. You need knowledge, you need experience, and you need that curiosity to learn every day. So even if I'm a journalist at finance, I need to be an expert into a lot of other fields. For example, if I'm working with the health industry, for example, if my beat is health, so I need to be almost as proficient as a doctor to be able to understand how the entire health department works in a city or in a country, and then, of course, in the world. So you need to know from starting from your district to WHO, everything that happens and how decisions are made. So it's a concept of learning every day, actually.
Thank you, ma'am. That was really informative. Fourth question. What are personal characteristics and why are they required for someone to be successful in your career?
Well, like I said, you have to be very, very curious to learn. You must understand that every day is a new lesson, and every day you have to learn something new if you want to survive in such a dynamic field. Journalism is actually, I think, the second or the third most stressful job in the world. So if you're scared of learning, then it's very, very difficult for you to survive there. Second, if you want to be on the newspaper, that is, if you want to write, then yes, you must have excellent writing skills. If not, if you still want to be, somebody who heads on a news channel reporter, you must still be able to write and to be able to orate that at the same time in a way that it is short, it is quick, and you're able to deliver your message. And third, it is very important that whenever and ever you consider being a journalist, you should be very, very confident about what you're saying. You must be very thorough with everything that you do. One mistake, one spelling mistake, one logical mistake could cost somebody's life. So you have to be a very responsible person. I think three are enough.
Yes, ma'am. I'll surely follow this if I go into your career. Ma'am, question number 5. Have any recent changes affected your job? What changes can you foresee in the future?
Well, see, jobs have been dynamic all around the world, and with coronavirus outbreak, it's not just the health industry which was affected. Of course, a lot of businesses have been affected. And if it comes to my field, wherein you are a television reporter or a newspaper reporter, yes, there were challenges considering economy. Second, it was a coronavirus thing. Doctors knew what to do. They knew how to wear a PPE kit and be armed. Journalists were the ones who were still out reporting on the field, meeting doctors, meeting patients, and bringing out their true stories to people. So, yes, there were a lot of challenges, but like I said, you must keep learning every day. So, it was more of a learning experience.
Yes, ma'am. Question number 6. What do you like most about your job and the career you have chosen?
Well, I love the fact that I can do everything that I love. I love to write, so I get to write. I love meeting people, I get to meet people. And most importantly, something that brings that eternal satisfaction to my heart is that I can make a change. I can bring a change into people's life, make them happier, ensure that nothing is wrong, and have a say. To give people a voice is one of the biggest things you can do in life. So, yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Question number 7. Ma'am, what are the toughest parts or in the career you have chosen?
Well, like I said, it's one of the most stressful jobs in the world. It is still rated as the third most stressful job. So a lot of people cannot actually live this lifestyle because, like I said, it's not a job. It's not like I can go to office at 9 o'clock and I can quit by 5 and I'm out of it. It doesn't work like that. Even if I'm on a vacation, I'm always on my tips. I'm always looking out for news. I'm always looking at people. The way you think, it changes. And yes, that's a very big challenge for anybody to live with. Secondly, it has to be very quick. You know, the times are getting quicker and quicker. So now, even if there's a fire outside, I need to know about it. I need to be there. I need to put it up. I need to show it to people. In fact, if I tell you about my recent experiences, about last week, I went down to a leopard rescue. This leopard had actually bitten 11 people. I was still there, right next to the leopard. So, yes, it is scary, but it is equally exciting and it is equally adventurous. So, unless you're really scared of taking risks, you want a job where you're sitting in the office and you're not risking your life or your challenges, then it's probably not for you.
Wow, that was amazing. Ma'am, this is the last question for you. So, ma'am, what advice would you give to a person who wants to get into your job or career?
Well, anybody who wants to become a journalist, I would suggest that even if you're a student, please start now. Have a perspective of looking at things around. Start reading newspapers, start watching news, learn to have an opinion, and most importantly, never ever assume anything. The biggest problem or the biggest mistake that people do is, okay, I'm sure it'll work out. I'm sure she's telling the truth. You didn't check. Remember to ask questions, even if it sounds silly. Remember to make a note of everything you say. Have people on record. Even if somebody tells me that, okay, so the next class is this. All right, who is this somebody? Is this somebody I can trust? If my teacher tells me, yes, I totally believe it. But if it is probably just somebody saying that, oh, how did you know? I heard it somewhere. Who told you? Don't believe everything you say. Don't believe everything you hear. Learn to go down to the roots and practice to be that way.
Yes, ma'am. Surely will follow. Thank you so much, ma'am. This was really informative.